Okay, so today we are listening to Jungle Track's channel on SoundCloud. You can always check what we're currently listening to up in the corner here. And welcome to part 4 of ToadNet's Game Academy for our runner game tutorial. So today we're going to be doing a hurt zone. So you can imagine this as a spike pit or whatever else fits the theme of your game. So let's get started. We're going to go back to our zones where we've already completed our win condition and our speed zone where we can cause things to go faster or slower. And in here we are going to right click, do a blueprint class again, another new actor. And what are we going to name this one? Zone. Go figure, because we always want to know what we're looking at. Right away, as soon as we see its name, we want to know what we're looking at. And we're going to call this a hurt zone. Okay. Gonna delete all that. We are going to add a new component here. And sorry for the pause there. I'm just jumping over to my other monitor to minimize the view here for you so that you can see everything. So we're gonna add a box collision again. I am going to keep naming it box. You all can come up with more unique names than that, if you so wish. And then we are going to select our box and again trigger an event when another component begins overlapping. On component begin overlap. Look at that. And we're going to again cast to pawn character. I'm really not sure whether the music is helping or hurting my train of thought as I'm going on, but I'm sure that it is a lot less grating for you all to hear just empty background than it is a little bit of music. Or sorry, other way around, a little bit of music versus the empty background. I know when I rewatch my own tutorials, all that blank space as I was doing nothing and just heard a couple key clicks, that drove me nuts. So of course we're doing the audio now. Okay. So, we are going to do this here, and while we're in our hurt zone, we're going to add a new variable, and we are going to call this damage, and we are going to make it a float. Okay. And I think that's all we can do for now. We'll pull it out and we'll put a getter on that. And we're going to open its little eyeball. So compile, save, and minimize. We're now going to go over to our player. And we are going to give our player health. So let's do another new thing with you all. So if I add another variable here and call it health, well, look at that. I just keep getting this longer and longer list of variables, and it kind of things start getting blended together and whatever, especially since health is also going to be a float. Look at that. All that green stuff right there. So we're going to click on speed, and right here where it says category, we're going to change that category to speed. And for each of those, we can change that. And once we've set it once, we can hit the drop down button. And there we go. See that? We can hide our speed stuff. We can make one for our health. Now we're going to duplicate health and call that one max health. Perfect. And let's say max, before we can set a default value, we need to compile and save. I always get ahead of myself like that. Okay, so our max health is going to be 100. And our current health, we've got a healthy character here. They're going to start at 100 as well. Okay, if Audio Jungle and Jungle Tracks keep saying their own damn name in the background of the songs, I am going to flip out. Okay, we're gonna skip to the next song, and if it keeps doing it, we're going to change channels. because that is driving me up the wall. Sorry, everybody. Just a complete tangent, but it's grating on me like crazy. Anywho, let's get back to this. Yep, they just said their own damn name again. Goodbye. You can die in a fiery pit. We are going to go to Royalty Records. Nope. They look like they do not offer their music free of charge. Background music and stock music from Audio, also from Audio Jungle. We'll give them a try. There we go. Background music station from stock music, an Audio Jungle subsidiary. If they say Audio Jungle in their songs as well, oh, let's just hope it doesn't. Anywho, back to our project at hand. So we now have health and max health. And since we just minimized our last thing, we can now switch between it in tabs. So there's our hurt zone, there's our pawn character, and as long as we minimize and then open something else, we'll have them in tabs. Otherwise, if you haven't minimized your zone hurt and it's not showing up there, we'll minimize whatever we're currently on, open this up again. Okay. So now, on our hurt box, or our zone underscore hurt, when we begin overlapping and get the player character, we are going to get health. Okay. We're also going to pull off this and we're going to set health. So, like we did with the speed zones, we can set or pass information via a custom event. We can also set information directly like this. So we're going to pull off here, straighten that up, and we want to get health minus damage. Okay, so when the hurt box is triggered, it's going to see if it's being hit by a character, and if so, it is going to deal damage to the character. And then, just for good measure, we are going to print the health. Okay, so again, when I hit play here, watch the upper corner of the window that opens, and you'll see the health tick down there. So we're going to take our hurt zone, we're going to set its Y value to 0. We're going to stretch it out. Again, if your manipulation widget is not in scale mode, you can hit R for scale, E for rotate, and W for translate or move. So we want R for scale, just so that we know we're hitting it during testing mode. And then under defaults, we have damage here now. And I want 20 damage to be done. We're going to save and play. So again, look at the corner up above where it says lighting needs to be rebuilt. We get our slow zone. We get our damage. We're down to 80 health. Okay. So now, if I Control C and Control V and W to move that, we can duplicate this a couple times so that we can really see our player's health tick down. So we got slow zone, negative health, negative health, negative health, and we win. Okay, perfect. So there is our health zones. Or hurt zones, sorry. I guess they could also be a health zone. So actually what we can do here is, so this is again in our zone underscore hurt actor. We can pull off our cast to pawn character and get max health. Okay. And then before setting the current health, can pull off there and type in clamp. And we're going to clamp float. Max health is going to go into max. Min is going to stay at 0. And this is going to go into value. And for those of you who are ahead of the rest of the class, you may already know what I'm doing here. But for the rest of you, I will explain it in just a moment. So, now, we take health minus damage, and we make sure it never goes below 0, and it can never go above max. Well, if we're subtracting things, how can we go above max health? Or why would we have to have that? Well, if we compile and save here, and I'm going to close this time, and grab our hurt zone 2, sure. So we're going to take 20 damage here, and then in hurt zone 2, we're going to go back to our damage. So I'm just going to make this full screen again. I'm going to go back to our damage, and set that to -10. Okay? So we're starting at 100 health. We're going to go down to 80. Then we're going to go up to 90. Okay? So by subtracting a negative number, we actually end up adding. So this way, our hurt box can also be a health box. So we hit our slow zone, jump, hit our damage zone, and then back up to 90 on our health zone, and then back down to 70 on our second hurt zone. So, what do you think of that? We've got a box that can either add or subtract health. So let's actually call that, instead of hurt zone, I'm going to go that, come on, rename, zone underscore modify health. Or just zone underscore health. So then we can either do damage or we, you know what, just rename zone underscore hurt. We're going to keep it zone underscore damage, fine. So it can damage the character, and that's what we'll name it, because that is also the name of the variable. Okay, if you wish to rename yours, go ahead. If not, that's completely up to you. Just keep in mind that when I refer to zone damage, or zone underscore damage, I will be referring to the zone underscore hurt that we made previously. Okay. So, let's call it a day there. And when we come back on our next episode, we'll be learning how to kill this poor fellow. Mwah. Yes, we'll be making a kill floor so that when the character falls off, can I make him fall off right here? No, we'll have to fall off the next one. When the character falls off, he actually ends up dying instead of just falling forever and ever. And he's still falling. You can kind of see it in the clouds. Just keeps falling. So we're going to make a kill zones that will follow the player around. And if they hit it, it is going to kill them off there. So I look forward to seeing you all then. Until that point in time, though, hope you're all having a great night. And again, if you've liked the video, please leave a like. And if you want to be notified of upcoming videos, please subscribe and hit that notify button just down there below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time when we get to kill Blocky McBlockface right here.